Hey everyone, Salwa here. Welcome back. Today, we're packing our bags and maybe a nightlight for a spine-chilling journey across Europe's most notoriously haunted places. From the Tower of London's Headless Queens to a plague-ridden island in Italy, we'll dive into tales that have terrified generations. Expect ghostly encounters, unexplained phenomena, and histories so grim they'd make a horror writer blush. I'll present the evidence, the stories, and the eyewitness accounts. But in the end, it's up to you. Are these just old buildings with wild imaginations, or are they truly haunted? Let's find out. First stop, London, England, at the infamous Tower of London. Nearly 1,000 years old, this place has been a palace, fortress, prison, and execution ground. It's soaked in centuries of misery, prime ghost territory. The most famous spirit? Anne Boleyn, Henry VIII's ill-fated queen. Legend says her ghost wanders the grounds, sometimes carrying her own head. A tragic, unforgettable sight. Guards have reported seeing her near the Queen's house and leading ghostly processions in the chapel. Imagine being on night duty and seeing a headless queen stroll by. I'd clock out for good. Then there's the tale of the princes in the tower. Two young boys, Edward V and his brother Richard, locked away by their uncle, Richard III. They vanished, presumed murdered, and their skeletons were found centuries later. Visitors report seeing two small, terrified apparitions in nightgowns, holding hands in the bloody tower. Their ghostly sobs echo through the halls, a heartbreaking reminder of royal betrayal. The tower's haunted roster doesn't end there. Lady Jane Grey, the 9-day queen, is seen waving from a window. The Countess of Salisbury's phantom is said to reenact her brutal execution, running from her killer. Paranormal investigators have reported cold spots, disembodied voices, and doors slamming shut on their own. Security guards often feel watched by unseen eyes. One chilling account from the 1950s. A guard saw a dark, shapeless form emerge from a wall, leaving him speechless for hours. With a history this bloody, it's almost more surprising if the tower isn't haunted. Whether it's real spirits or just the weight of history, the Tower of London is a place where the past refuses to rest. Would you spend the night here alone? I'd need a flashlight and maybe a priest. The tower's stories are a reminder. Some places never let go of their ghosts. Every stone here whispers secrets of betrayal, loss, and unfinished business. The question isn't if it's haunted, but how many spirits are still waiting to be seen. The tower stands as a chilling monument to England's darkest chapters. Its legends endure, daring us to believe or to doubt. So next time you visit, listen closely. You might just hear history's restless echoes. The tower's ghosts are waiting. Are you brave enough to meet them, or will you run at the first sign of a headless queen? Either way, the tower's doors are always open for the living and the dead. On to our next haunted destination. Next, we're off to Edinburgh Castle in Scotland, a fortress perched atop an ancient volcano looming over the city. Its 1,000-year history is packed with war, sieges, and royal drama, perfect haunting material. The most famous spirit? The Phantom Piper. Centuries ago, a boy was sent to explore tunnels beneath the castle, playing his bagpipes, so people above could track his progress. The music suddenly stopped, and the boy vanished, never seen again. To this day, people claim to hear faint bagpipes echoing from beneath the castle. There's also the headless drummer boy, whose ghostly drumming is said to warn of impending danger. Mary, Queen of Scots, is rumored to appear as a spectral woman in black, her presence marked by sadness. The castle's dungeons, once filled with prisoners, are hotspots for ghostly moans, rattling chains, and icy touches. In 2001, a massive paranormal investigation saw hundreds of volunteers report shadowy figures, sudden chills, and invisible tugs on their clothes. The vaults beneath the South Bridge are haunted by Mr. Boots, a figure in a leather apron, and even a spectral dog. The lead scientist, a skeptic, admitted something unexplainable was happening. Edinburgh Castle is more than a monument. It's a living, haunted record of Scotland's pain and pride. Walk its ramparts, and you're walking through centuries of fear, sorrow, and unresolved stories. Whether it's the lone piper or the spirits of forgotten prisoners, the castle holds its ghosts close. The past is never far away here. Every stone has a story, every shadow a secret. Are you ready to listen? Edinburgh Castle dares you to believe. Onward to France's haunted heart. Now, to France's Loire Valley and the towering Chateau de Brris. It's a fairy tale castle, except for its most famous resident, the Green Lady. Charlotte de Brris, illegitimate daughter of a king, was murdered here in a fit of jealous rage. Her ghost, dressed in green, is seen in the Tower Chapel where she died. The terrifying part? Witnesses say her face is a skeletal horror, with gaping holes where her eyes and nose should be. Her moans echo through the halls, especially at dawn. The current family has grown used to her wailing, but guests are often terrified. Cold spots, the feeling of being watched, and the sound of rustling silk are common. Some visitors feel a ghostly touch on their shoulder or neck. The chateau embraces its haunted reputation, offering tours and overnight stays for the brave. The Green Lady is a constant, chilling presence, a reminder that even the most beautiful places can hide dark secrets. Her story is one of love, betrayal, and violent death, forever haunting the castle's elegant halls. The next time you see a grand chateau, remember, its walls may hold more than just history. Would you dare spend a night with the Green Lady? The Chateau de Brris is proof that tragedy leaves a mark no time can erase. Its beauty is matched only by its sorrow. The Green Lady waits for those willing to face her. Will you be one of them? On to Italy's island of nightmares. Let's see if you're still brave. Now to Italy's Venetian Lagoon and the infamous Poveglia Island. This place isn't just haunted, it's considered genuinely evil. The government forbids visitors, and for good reason. During the Black Death, tens of thousands were quarantined and died here, their bodies burned and buried in mass graves. The soil is said to be more than half human remains. In 1922, a mental asylum was built on the island, turning tragedy into horror. The asylum's doctor performed brutal experiments, torturing patients with crude lobotomies. Patients and staff reported seeing plague victims' ghosts and feeling an oppressive, dark energy. The doctor himself was driven mad by spirits and, legend says, thrown from the bell tower, only to be choked by a ghostly mist. After the asylum closed, the island was abandoned. Fishermen avoided, claiming their nets pull up human bones. Locals still hear the bell tolling on quiet nights. Paranormal investigators report being scratched, pushed, and screamed at by unseen forces. EVPs capture voices begging, "Leave!" and "I am in pain." Zach Bagans of Ghost Adventures claimed to be possessed here, calling the island's energy angry and hostile. Poveglia isn't a place of gentle spirits. It's a scar on the Venetian Lagoon, a gateway to pure torment. Of all Europe's haunted sites, this is the one that feels closest to hell. Would you dare set foot on Poveglia? Some places are haunted by more than just memories. Sometimes the land itself refuses to heal. On to our final haunted palace. Let's see if royalty fares any better. Our last stop, France's Chateau de Fontainebleau, a palace of beauty and royal intrigue. Home to kings and emperors for centuries, it's collected more than just art. It's gathered ghosts. The most famous is the Homme Rouge, or Red Man, a courtier murdered for knowing too much. He vowed to appear before the death of any monarch at Fontainebleau, and he's kept his word. Henry IV, Marie Antoinette, and Napoleon all claimed to see him before disaster struck. Another chilling tale. Queen Christina of Sweden ordered her lover Monaldeschi's execution in the Galerie des Cerfs. Visitors still hear sword clashes and dying screams, and a bloodstain that never fades. Catherine de' Medici, fascinated by the occult, is said to wander the halls in a black veil, her presence marked by sudden chills and strange scents. Staff report footsteps in empty corridors, doors opening on their own, and whispers in vast ballrooms. Napoleon's first wife, Josephine, is said to weep in her old bedroom, her sorrow lingering in the air. Fontainebleau proves a place doesn't need mass graves to be haunted. Personal drama and heartbreak leave their own marks. Its ghosts are reminders of love, betrayal, and ambition gone wrong. The palace is a glittering jewel box, but some residents never left. Walk its halls and you might meet a royal spirit or two. Fontainebleau's beauty hides centuries of secrets. Are you ready to uncover them? Our haunted tour is almost at an end, but the stories linger, waiting for new listeners. That's 5 of Europe's most haunted locations, each with its own chilling legacy. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, these stories are hard to forget. Have you visited a haunted place or had a ghostly encounter? Share your stories in the comments. Which of these sites would you dare to visit or avoid at all costs? Poveglia is a hard pass for me. Thanks for joining me on this spooky tour. If you enjoyed it, give a thumbs up and subscribe for more mysteries. We've got plenty more dark histories to explore together. Until next time, stay curious and maybe keep a nightlight on.